Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King.
What's up, everybody? I'm back. So yeah, I've been slamming some car maintenance, and it's been hot. And pulled off my axle on my front of my car and changed my bearing in the parking lot. And I had some of these cheapies, and this has been a couple of day job. And made me think about high heat cheapies. They just get the job done. It's baking outside. It's 87 degrees, 190 degrees, pounding on a blacktop. What's good? You know, what's good and what gets it done for cheap. And so I think I started off with the Versace On Blue. This is good. This is Versace's take on a Sauvage style fragrance. It's better than Sauvage. It has the incense patchouli in the base. It's more manly, more depth to it, and it lasts longer. And this came out before the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum of Sauvage, so this sits somewhere in between those two. This came out right after the EDT of Sauvage, so they beat Sauvage EDP and Parfum to the punch, and this stuff's the best. $44 for a tester bottle from Fragrance Net or Joma Shop, and it's well worth it. 100 mils. This is the best. It's one of the best blue high heat cheapies. And that's going to be like all year round. You could get away with this because of the patchouli and the incense base. But the summertime, whenever I smell this, I immediately think summer. And even like around here in Michigan, you have the lakes. When I smell it, it immediately takes me to some lakes in Michigan in the summertime. And that's going to do it. Can't ever forget about Polo Blue. This is cheap. You can get, I think I got this tester for $60, but you can get 2.5 ounce for like $50. So we'll keep it under 50 for the cheapies. And this is good. Now the performance in this isn't the best. I get 5 hours. If you spray your clothes, you get it. Stays on your clothes for 8, but it's not crazy projecting. But I love this smell. I spray my whole apartment with this smell. This is I love the smell. It takes me back. Polo Blue has been around for a long time, so this is the Eau de Parfum. Yeah, and this is Eau de Toilette. This Versace is Eau de Toilette. This is Eau de Parfum, and this is just like a bright cucumber, mandarin, suede. I think they have some subtle woods in here, and sea notes, I think, or like wateriness or something. This is real good. Gives me a watery ocean kind of a vibe too. Keep it under 50. Got the Havas too, cheap. Invictus clone. This is ambroxan and the plum and the fruits in the apple and fruits in the opening with the cardamom, and I don't get any cinnamon, but I get some woody ambroxan kind of plumish plum. Purple kind of a freshy vibe. Reminds me of Invictus and Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. High heat. This is good, and $50. This is like one of the best cheapies, for sure. And then I smashed some car maintenance to this YSL EDT. This is the old batch for the reformulation, and this is good too. This is like a light alkali, freshy, and what I get is that ginger opening. The alkali's the ginger. The fruits. I think they have cedar in the base. It's like a nice blend. This is just like a watery alkali, fresh fruity ginger pop with like nice, I think, vetiver and cedar in the base or something. This is like a good freshy too. No, it didn't last that long. It was 90 degrees pounding down on the pavement while I'm working. But I could smell it, and this is like, you know, this is a good high heat fragrance. But this isn't super cheap. I think you can get two ounces for $75. So this is just, I'm just throwing this in there because that's what sparked this video. This is good in the high heat too. YSL Y. I think Y stands for youth. But this could just be a summertime freshie. Similar to this. This isn't just a freshie for people that like this kind of a style. It doesn't mean you're a boy. It's just, this is for high heat. and it really shines in the high heat. And then I threw this on when I was doing some car maintenance. Choo, man. This stuff's good. It's underrated. It doesn't have the crazy performance, but it really is super versatile. Like, this is so versatile. And this is good. This is good. I think it has a melon note in it, and it's suede and lavender. It's real manly. I think patchouli. But it's like a fresh man. And it worked for high heat. I liked it. And I got this for super cheap, just to put it in the collection because I know I like it. But you can get a 100 ml bottle for like $37 from Fragrance Net, which is pretty good. Spray heavy, and this is eau de toilette concentration. And this is just like a cheapie. It's really versatile all year round, but high heat it works. High heat, it's gonna last 5 hours. And then that's gonna die off into like a skin scent. But hey, it's so cheap, you know. It's got a good smell. If it lasted longer, it would be one of my favorites for sure. And I think this is a good cheapie too. A couple summers ago, I was mowing some lawns. I threw this on, and this is good in the high heat. It is. It's got like that apple note. It's a fruitiness. It's like a classic man put together. Not necessarily a barbershop fragrance, but it's like a classic man put together. Fresh opening with that apple, but it has that birch to it. So it's got a darkness to it. So it's like a classy, old school put together man. Classic. It has like an aftershave barbershop kind of a vibe to it, but this is good in high heat too. And it just might not have the best performance. It's eau de parfum concentration. I don't know why they call it Versace Parfum, but it's cheap. I got this for 20 bucks. You can get a tester bottle for like 30 bucks. It has pretty good projection for a couple hours, then it's going to die down to a scent bubble. But it's so cheap too, it's like, hey, you know, but this is good for what it is. Cheapie. I mean, I guess that's 5 plus this. This is a little more expensive, but this is just thrown in. This is EDT, so EDT, EDP, EDP, EDT, EDP, and EDT concentrations. And that's just some cheapies. We'll just throw this into, just because this is one of my favorite scent profiles. Alberto Maria made this. Omo, Ferragamo Urban Feel, eau de toilette concentration. I got this bottle for 40 bucks. Super bright. Kind of smells like Terre de Hermes EDT, but it's super bright bergamot, ozonic notes in the opening. It's ambroxan base, and it gives me 5, 6, 7 hours. It just has some incense. I think this bottle's maturing nicely and just reminds me of summer, high heat, and this is good for high heat. So, like a fresh bergamot, ozone, ambroxan, incense, patchouli fragrance that you have to pretty much smell to appreciate, but it's in the same vein as, like, I don't know, the copy. This is good. They didn't really copy anybody, but it has like a Terre de Hermes kind of a smell. Even though Terre de Hermes is like a dirtier, darker, not as sweet and bright. Like, this is just like a bright, awesome smell. This is great. 40 bucks, cheapie. Eau de toilette concentration. Projects pretty good for a couple hours and dies down to a skin scent that lasts 6 to 8 hours. And that's 5. That's some of the 5, 6, 7 best cheapies for high heat. They kind of can do it all too throughout the year. Just throw it in your collection and you'll get some wares out of it for sure. But that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, like always. And thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out. And I'll see you in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King.